So we pulled all of this info, and then I'm selecting a repository, and this is directly my GitHub link. And then I'm going to schedule this. It's important for you guys to also understand the run I'm going to give it. So this is the cron expression, and it basically breaks down and helps me customize when I want this routine to run, because it's not just a one-time routine. It's going to run every day when I'm working. So it gives you the breakdown so by minute. So it's going to run from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., runs every single hour. So every 60 minutes, runs every day of the month, even though I'm sure hopefully you guys aren't working on the weekends, and then runs on day 1 through 5. So you get to choose how this works. So 1 through 5 of the week. So this is why it translates this way. So this is the code that we're going to add in there. And let's do that now.
And so just so we're clear here, so what we've done is we've built this essentially sequence of steps, a workflow that we want Claude to run through, and a routine, or this like cron expression, which is hopefully not too technical. I think you can just select it through the dropdown and through the UI, but it goes through and runs this workflow each time.
Yes.
And so it happens on an automated schedule, which alleviates the need to remember to do it, or, you know, all the reasons that we don't end up doing the things that we think we're going to, and just kind of automates that process. So every morning or every time it runs, you can wake up, go to your Notion, and you see all of this information already available for you.
Correct. Yes, that's a perfect synthesis of that. So also notice here, you get to choose your connectors. So I've chosen multiple connectors for it to pull data from. So now we're going to create this, and I'm going to have it run now. So this is a manual run to see how it works. So let's see what it's doing.
Awesome.
And I love watching Claude work because it's also explaining to you where it's pulling all the information.
Yeah. We have a question about repositories. Essentially, repositories are a fancy word for folders. And so when you have a folder on your computer with files, whether those are images or PDFs or text or markdown or whatever type of file they are, as soon as you put them in a GitHub, which again is just a way to host your same files on the internet. GitHub sounds scary, but all it is just like an online folder, kind of like Google Drive or like Microsoft Teams. It works a little bit differently. But you just call it a repository once it is stored on GitHub. And so all Victoria's skill is doing right now is saying, hey, work from this folder that lives on the internet. And pull that information.
Yeah, and just if people are like worried about like privacy, there's ways to make them public or private, and like you get to choose that when you're setting up your workflows.
Yeah.
But it's an online way to do it because Claude is limited in the way that it pulls information.